Hey everybody, welcome back to Baseline Farms. My name is Jade. So today we're heading off to take a look at some containers. Like I said yesterday, there were some containers that I had some Christmas trees still in. And yeah, after I said that yesterday, I started thinking about it and I feel it's time for us to go take them out because for me, that's completely unprofessional to leave some kind of holiday, I guess, themed bush or holiday type of decoration in a container after the holidays. All right, so I was just going around collecting all the things that I needed, and I'm trying to think of if there's anything else I need. I got my plants, all the plants that I have, because these containers, I feel they look pretty good. I'm just gonna pop in a few annuals, and you know what? I think I might bring some flower seeds and sprinkle some flower seeds in there and see what happens. So I'm just probably gonna pop out the centerpieces, pop a new centerpiece in. I brought a couple, that I think would look good, and then maybe pop in a couple annuals. So let's see, I need to grab my slow release fertilizer, and for this one I also use the fall because I change out these containers regularly. I don't want a lot of root development, so I usually kind of stick with this fall blend where it'll still give a lot of it'll still give some energy, or it'll still feed the foliage and give the foliage what it needs, and it still has enough nutrients for the roots as well, but just not enough for it to have a vigorous growth. Now the ones in the garden, I do put a spring slow release fertilizer because I do want the roots to be strong. So the ones that I do plant into the soil that I actually want for them to stay there and remain there, I do use a really good multi-purpose fertilizer. All right, so I feel like I almost have everything. Oh, I need my blower and my little drill. All right, so let me grab a few more things to put in the back of the truck and maybe another bucket or something like that to put some plants in. And then we're gonna get started. So by the time I see you, we're gonna be at the location. Now, okay, so we have made it to the location of where I'm going to be redoing some containers. And so I brought some things from home right in here. Not that much stuff because I know these containers look pretty good. And then I came out here, like I just went to go and take a look real fast before I grabbed you guys. And some of them look pretty cute. Let me show you real fast. All right, so over here, so this is that lavender Christmas tree that was in here. Isn't that so cute? So I came over here and it has little blooms and they're so fragrant. It smells so good. So we did put some kale right there. So that's what it looks like when it blooms. And I'm going to take those two out. Some of these penny violas, some of them look good, some of them don't. I'm going to keep this heuchera in there because that looks beautiful. And we're just going to put some, what do I have? Some alyssum, and I think I have some impatience and some vintage stock, and then I'm going to just pop out that centerpiece and bring it home. Here's another one right here. I really like these pennies. These pennies are called Tiger's Eye, I believe. Aren't those so pretty? So again, we have the kale in the center right in here. I'm going to keep some of these pennies and then pop some of them out and I'm probably going to cut these back. I don't know. I might just pop out the whole thing. All right, let me show you the other containers. Now these two trees, I did want them to take it out because I know one of them had some rot, but I don't know, it's still growing, it's still looking good. This one is still blooming, you can tell it's still alive, and everyone really likes it here. This is like a patio area and everyone really likes it because I remember there was some rot going on in there, because it adds a lot of shade to this little seating area. But here's another container right over here. Look at this one, also has those little tufts of lavender coming out. So cute. I wish you could smell it. It smells so good. But that one looks really cute with the little pennies. So I'm probably just going to take out the kale, take out the Christmas tree, leave the pennies and the pansies, and then just freshen it up real fast. Same thing with this one. Look how cute that one looks. All right. All right, so I'm just going to go ahead and unload the truck and bring the things that I'm going to plant out to this location and just start planting. So let's just get done with this job, and then I want to go home. And I don't know, it depends on what time I get home if I want to work outside, because today's going to be a hot one. Today's supposed to be like 85 degrees. And so my goal was to come out here early in the morning, of course. It's always my goal. But then, I get up early and I'm working around the house and I'm outside and I'm playing with the dogs and, playing with the chickens and things like that. And then we'll start walking around the garden. And then next thing you know, it's got a little, probably early afternoon, lunchtime by the time I get out here. But that's okay. So I'm going to come out here, take care of these containers, because what I want to do is go out to the big garden and finish off that table. But I should get that cottage situated first. It's almost done. But let's get this done first, and then that way maybe tomorrow we could play outside in the garden and finish up that cottage. All right, so let's get started. All right, so I have myself all situated and I have all the plants divvied out to all the containers that I'm going to be planting. So I'm going to put this Nandina firepower right here. I've kind of been trimming it up into a little bonsai and I think it looks so cute. And since Nandina firepower do like sun, or they can tolerate some heat, I'm going to put it right here in this container where it's in full sun. I'm going to pop out this lavender Christmas tree. I'm going to pop in some white alyssum with a purple petunia, and then also this hellebore right here. So cute. And so we're just going to go ahead and get started. I have this one right here, this beautiful, it's called, what is it called? Sweet broom. Isn't that so pretty? So pretty. It smells pretty sweet as well. So I have this one with some purple alyssum. So this lamian does not look too good, but it's gonna make it come back. And then same thing, these impatiens, they don't look too hot, but they're gonna make it come back as well. And so I'm gonna keep all the pennies and the pansies and the hellebore or the hooper in that one and freshen it up. So let's just get started and I'll show you how everything turns out. And yeah, let's just go ahead and get started. Okay, so I am finished with this location, so let me just give you a run through of everything that I did. Some of the pansies and pennies, I did pull all of them out, but let me show you how they turned out. So on this one right here, this one already had a heuchera. I put in a hellebore right here. This had a bunch of pansies. I pulled out all the pansies. I left the tuft of grass. I left the silver falls, and I put in a bunch of purple alyssum, which I'm hoping that's gonna fill in this whole little area. Isn't that gonna be so stinking cute? And then this one right here, I took out the centerpiece and we put in this little, I believe it's, I forgot what this one's called, gem something. And then we have a heuchera right here. We ended up taking out all the pennies and pansies. I put this vinca, which has purple flowers, and then put the alyssum around it, which I think it's gonna look so sweet when it grows in. Over here, I didn't do much to it. I just put some vintage stock and some snapdragons, and I'm hoping that this is gonna get full. Eventually, these trees are gonna get pulled out and probably just do some beautiful annuals and stuff like that, just like the rest of the containers. And then we're probably gonna put 2 trees right in here for the shade. Here. Okay, so now over here, we put this Nandina firepower that I have been trimming into a little tree, a little bonsai tree, so cute. We put this heuchera right here. I did like the pansies and the pennies in here, but I did pop in some alyssum here and there throughout this little container. And then I put in this petunia right here, which I think is gonna be beautiful when it cascades out like that. All right, so now the last one right here, we have the lamian, I believe, right there. Some pennies, we have a heuchera, we have this sweet bloom, I think it's called a sweet broom right there. And I think that's gonna look so cute. I don't even know if you saw all that, but yeah, so that's how that one's looking. So everything is looking really good out here. We're pretty much done. Well, I know I'm done. I'm done for the day. And at first I thought I was gonna go home and fiddle with stuff out in the big garden. No, it is too stinking hot, and I'm probably just gonna do that another day, maybe tomorrow when it's a little bit cooler, because it's supposed to be cooling down soon. So we had 2 good days of 80-degree weather, which, you know, if you're not acclimated to it, it feels like 100. All right, so I'm all packed up. I am ready to go, and I'm hungry. So I'm gonna go get a bite to eat, and I don't know, maybe head home and get something to eat there. I don't know, but I am hungry. So now we're gonna call it a day. So thank you for watching. Take care, be safe, and I will see you in the next video. Oh, and if you like these videos, please like and subscribe. I'm challenging myself to do a video a day, 30 days, and it's not that hard. It's not that bad because I have something going on every single day. All right, so if you like these videos, like and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.